Hello everybody, back for some more stuff, and today I'm heading over to Cammy's, and I gotta bounce, y'all. I gotta go. I really gotta hurry. I was gonna get over there way sooner, but I was using the bathroom for too long, to be honest with you, and it has made it so that I might not make it in time. So I gotta bounce. I gotta freaking go. Do I have everything I need? I think I do, right? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Okie doke. Yeah, so I'm heading over to Cammy's now, and I'm excited to head over there. I'm thinking that it would be a jolly good time. Because, God, that was so scary. There are people in the stairwell. There haven't been before. But I just made it seem like I was on the phone. That was the plan. I would just make it seem like I was on the phone. And I think it worked. I think they bought it. What did I just step in? I didn't step in. I'm just anxious. Because I'm almost late. I gotta go! Actually, guys, I'll be right back. I have to call Cammy and figure out this stuff with her really quick because I'm heading over right now. So I will be right back. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm back. So I'm actually not late at all. I got everything an hour off. Everything is fine. And because I was in a rush, I left something behind that I think is probably better for me to leave behind. Beep, 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 beep. So here's the deal. I'm heading over to Cammy's to pick her up because tomorrow we're gonna do Valentine's Day. And boing, silly car. It goes boing. We're gonna do Valentine's Day tomorrow. We're gonna play Little Gator Game. No, sorry. We're not gonna play Little Gator Game. We're gonna play Later Alligator. Lest something change day of. Sorry, I thought I knew the guy just outside the car, but I don't know him. But that's what's up. So, because of that, I have to come and pick her up today and bring her back. So that I can see her early tomorrow. And here's where the problem lies. I'm going to go to a UCI Melee tournament. And I haven't played much Melee, Whoa. Sorry, I got stuck in the middle of the road, so I was kind of focused on trying to get out of the people's way. Yeah, so, okay, I'm gonna go to a Melee tournament, and I haven't been playing that much recently, so, I'm not, expecting to do well, but I just figured it would be fun to, go and hang out with some people that like Melee and play a little bit, because it's been a while since I've done that. It's been a long time since I've gone to a Melee tournament. Because I used to only really go to the major tournaments, like the huge ones, and then I would just go all day and hang out with people and play Melee. But all the Melee majors in Southern California died because of Nintendo, one way or the other. I could get into it, but I won't. There's so many pedestrians right now. It's freaking pedestrian city. So, maybe if I get back early enough. No, I won't get back early enough. But I was thinking maybe I could go get a donut. But whatever. Because I have the free donut, probably. I say probably because technically I don't know. It could have expired. But, my points could have expired, not the donut. But, okay, so I'm going to go to this Melee tournament, right? And, I'm going to go to this Melee tournament, and they have Rivals, which I thought was starting at 5:30, and then Melee is starting at 6, but actually Rivals is starting at 6:30, and Melee is at 7. So I'm going to get there at 6 o'clock-ish, probably just after. So I was like, when am I going to eat dinner? Because Cammie said that she would make me dinner, and then I would eat dinner and go to Melee. Because this is like our little deal, is I'm going to drive all the way out to UCI and then drive all the way back. And in turn, she will make me yummy dinner. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Also, she's employed and I'm not. So she said that she would help me cover my gas. Yay! Yay! But also, it's like pretty reasonable, I think, for her to cover the gas, because I don't drive other than all the way to Irvine to see her. Like, it's all I do is, it's the only driving I do is when I drive all the way out to UCI to see my girlfriend. And yeah, so I'm just excited, and I'm going to go to this Melee tournament. But anyways, because I thought I was going to miss Rivals, I left my Rivals controller at home. And you might think, Batpeg, why do you have a different controller for Melee and for Rivals? And the answer to that is, my Melee controller is ever so what is happening? I hope you guys could hear that. The high school, band is playing in front of their school. Just, fully. They're just playing music. One dude was playing the tuba. I didn't see that many other people, though, so I can't tell you. I know that at least one person had a clarinet, and at least one person had a tuba. But that's the only thing I can say to you with 100% certainty, because I'm driving, and everybody knows you have to practice safe driving. I'm acutely aware of everything that I'm saying right now, and it's making me feel embarrassed when I'm saying practice safe driving. It's embarrassing to do this. And I think the reason for that is I haven't eaten. I'm quite hungry, and that makes my anxiety higher. So I'm excited. I think Cammie is going to be making Japanese curry. And I think the reason she wants to make it is because last time we made it, it sucked. We kind of fumbled it last time. But it's fine. I mean, it didn't suck, right? It just sucked in terms of how Japanese curry is. It actually was probably pretty good. I don't know why I said probably. It actually was pretty good. It was like a yummy meal, a bad curry, because curry is really yummy, I think. So, also my mom and Steve, who also ate it, they were like, this is amazing, because they just, don't make good food ever, I think. Steve has his signature thing. Surely I've talked about this on the PEGCAST before. But Steve has his signature food. It's tofu sandwiches. Well, I'm driving past a Michelin star restaurant right now. I've eaten there one time. Yeah, I think it's Michelin star for people that are not vegan. They have vegan options. Their vegan options do not invoke the feeling that it's a Michelin star restaurant. They invoke the feeling that it's a good restaurant, but maybe not that it's a Michelin star restaurant. Let me see if I can turn right on this red. It's looking like I can. It's looking like this is a possibility for me, and I'm going to do it. The sun is so bright right now, you guys. It's at the perfect time to really blast me. So I'm wearing my sunglasses. I don't typically do that. Sorry, I just zoned out thinking about my end-of-year dog study. I have to do a study at the end of the year on dogs, and I was trying to think of the different conditions that I might use. I'm thinking that I'm going to do some kind of study where a dog has to infer some information from the people that they're working with, but the people are going to be
wearing sunglasses in one condition. So it, like, obscures some facial information from the people. Or, sorry, from the dogs. And, like, will the dog still be able to complete the task is the question. Will not complete the task, but will they select the right thing above chance levels is really what you're looking for. And I was just thinking that maybe I should do, like, one condition is sunglasses, one condition is regular glasses. And then I was like, well, if I'm doing that, and then, like, what if glasses really do obscure the dog's vision of the face? Like, maybe you should do one where it's, like, undeniable that the dog can still see the face. So then I could do, like, one condition is glasses, one condition is sunglasses, and one condition is, like, chemistry goggles, so that they can, like, they're, like, completely see-through, you know? But, I'm stressed out about that project at the end of the year. I am not exactly thrilled about having to design my own study as someone who's not very research-minded. Guys, I'm gonna merge onto the highway. Hold on. Whee! I'm on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! We made it, everybody. We made it. So, here's something interesting. Now, I've been thinking about recently. This is, like, there are a lot of PEGCASTs. At this point, I think this should be PEGCAST 21, which is insane. Like, when I made the PEGCAST, I thought there was only going to be one. And when I recorded it again, I thought it was like a, you know, like, maybe I'll do this every once in a while. Like, I'll probably end up with, like, 5 of them lifetime. Dude, I'm on freaking 21, I think, on this one. And if it's not, you'll have to excuse me. I haven't edited them yet. I've just, like, gathered all the audio files on my computer in the past couple days. And it's not one audio file corresponds to one episode, so it's not super easy to count. And then also I would have to add that to the 8 episodes that I've already edited, because the last one that I released was Hungrypeg. But yeah, the reason I got stuck is because I have to edit the cursing in the 9th PEGCAST episode. And that just kind of, like, it stopped me from getting any more work done on it, because I am busy with school and with grad apps and with etc. So, yeah. But here's what I was thinking about recently. Like, pretty soon, Cammy and I are not going to be living in, like, LA and Irvine, right? Like, pretty soon we're not going to be an hour away from each other. And, like, I don't know when I'll ever record a PEGCAST again. Like, I would assume that 21 isn't the last one, right? What? Wait, does it want me to go a different way than it did last time? My phone said rerouting, so I'm a little confused, but oh my gosh, it added 15 minutes to my drive. That's crazy. What? This is the way I went last time, though. Huh, okay. Maybe it's wrong. Ha 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 ha. Maybe it won't have added 15 minutes by the time I'm there. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so this probably won't be the last PEGCAST. I don't think it'll end at 21. But it is coming to a close, right? Like, you know, the Thursday review has largely come to a close, but it's always possible that I'd pick it up again. The PEGCAST is like, it's not the same. Because when am I going to sit down and just talk for, like, however long? You know? Like, I'm not going to be driving by myself and talking that often. So, the PEGCAST may just be like a temporary time capsule of my college driving, you know? It may come to a close relatively soon. And who knows, right? Maybe, like, Cammy will be on some trip and I'll have to drive somewhere or something. I don't know. Like, maybe if I have to drive to or from, like, Redlands or something, maybe then I'll end up recording a PEGCAST, but I'm really not sure. I'm not sure when I would do it. So that's just interesting to me. I think I've understood now why I added 15 minutes to the drive. This bit of traffic is going to take 15 minutes, probably. So that's pretty tough. Well, whatever, man. I'm just chilling anyways.
I'm just chilling anyways, guys. I'm just friggin' chilling right now.
I'm thinking that tonight I might, like, depending on how late I get back, I might record myself playing, Fast Penguin or Counter-Strike or something for, like, however long. You know? Because I need more PEGCAST footage. Like, it's weird to loop it every time. Like, the PEGCAST is not, the PEGCAST is not long enough. Sorry, the PEGCAST, like, Fast Penguin footage is never long enough for the long PEGCAST episodes. So I'm thinking that I might, like, record a little bit of Fast Penguin or something to slap onto the end of the PEGCASts. So, yeah, I might end up doing that. Oh, okay, so here's the deal. You know how I said I thought I was going to be late for the Rivals of Aether tournament and I wasn't going to make it? That made me not take my controller, and my melee controller doesn't work for Rivals. It has, like, a very slight issue with it that doesn't manifest when you plug it into an actual console or when you play Melee, even if it's using an emulator. But it does manifest if you're playing Rivals of Aether. Oh my gosh, this dude is he's scaring me. He's driving with his motorcycle in between all the cars, but, like, the traffic is really bad and everything is stop and start. It's just, like, frightening. He does have the first 8 gym badges on his backpack, though, which is pretty raw. It's pretty cool. He's a Pokemon master. So, yeah, basically, I didn't bring my controller for Rivals of Aether, and so I'm not going to be able to play, even if I make it there on time to play, which I, honest to goodness, might not at this point. But I think that's fine, because Rivals has been really frustrating me recently. Like, by the time you're listening to this, who knows? Maybe I'm playing the new character Olympia, or the character after Olympia or something, and I'm having a great time. Or maybe I'm playing Forsburn, and everything has changed. Or I'm playing Zetterburn, and everything has changed. Or maybe I'm having the best time of my life. But I've been feeling really frustrated when I play Forsburn recently. And so, you know, like, it would be fun, I'm sure, to play in person, and it would probably fix, like, the issues I've been having with the game. I would just, like, talk with people and, like, have fun, play. But I would just as soon only play Melee, you know? I would just as soon only play Melee. God, I'm just thinking back to the last time I went to one of these tournaments. It was so scuffed. Like, we did it in a round-robin tournament, like, structure. So it was 3 pools of 4 people each. And everyone played everyone. And then based on your record, you would be put into the final bracket. And according to my record, I should have been in the winner's side, but they put me in the loser's side. And then they had me play the same person that was in my group. So, like, I played the worst person in my group in losers after placing in winners. I don't know. Basically, so, like, the top 2 players both did well, and the bottom 2 players both did bad, right? And so then the top 2 players of each group should be on the winner's side of the final bracket, and the bottom players should be on the loser's side, if that's how you want to do it, right? And that's how they did want to do it. So then the people in Pool A, should be matched up against the people in Pool B or C or D. But instead, they accidentally put me, I was in the top half of my bracket, so I should have been in the winner's side playing against someone from a different pool. Instead, they put me on the loser's side playing against someone from my own pool. So it was this dude that I already beat, and then I just beat him again, and I felt terrible. Like, he was just out, and it was so stupid. And then I was like, wait, why am I even in losers? And they were like, just, like, don't worry about it, it's fine. And I was like, what do you mean it's fine? I would get saying that if it's about you, right? Like, if you didn't get to play, or if you got literally put in a bracket that says that you don't get to play as much, and you're like, oh, I messed up, like, whatever, it's fine, like, let's keep going. That makes sense. But when you put, like, me, I don't even go to your school. When you put me in a bracket that says if you lose once, you're out, instead of twice, after I qualified for the good one, like, what is this? It was so stupid, bro. I was so frustrated. But, you know, it was fine. Like, I got over it. It was fine. I got over it. It was just, like, annoying. Oh, but now I'm heading back over to go to another one of them tournaments. And maybe it'll be awesome, you know? I don't know how good these people are. Or, like, how often they play. But, yeah, you know, I'm excited to get my hands gaming. So, now that I have talked about Melee Tournament, I've talked about the PEGCAST being, in its, you know, later life. Here's what I wanted to talk about today. And for those of you who are sick of it, that's right, I'm bringing back the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I'm very sorry. I'm bringing back the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And at this point, you guys, maybe you should just watch it. So here are 2 things I wanted to talk about. Because as of where I am in the series now, I've finished the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I have not watched The Disappearance, right? So I've seen the whole anime, but I haven't seen The Disappearance. Here's the deal. There are 2 watch orders of this TV show. There's the broadcast order, and there is the other one, which I'm gonna call the canonical order. Because it's the order of events. So originally they broadcast this show out of order, and they did this, or what we think, in order to make it so that the show had better pacing and had better pacing and like ended on a more triumphant, like, awesome ending, right? And I have talked previously about how I quite enjoyed the way that they split up these episodes. And I think they did a really good job with organizing them in a way such that, like, or I think they did a good job of organizing each episode internally. Like, each episode is structured itself in a way that is conducive to doing something like this, right? Because they'll give you all the information you need for the mystery in one episode, even though the setup is technically in another episode. So I do think it's very well done for this. I think it's cool. But I used to think, like, yeah, the broadcast order is probably the best. I don't think it anymore, because it leaves you so stranded and in such a weird spot for season 2. Because, you know, the broadcast order was only for season 1. So you end up watching all of season 1, and then you're like, oh, and then I go back to season 2. And then season 2 is just like straight chronological, but it's like chronological in a way that, like, I don't know. I don't think that either is better. I think that the broadcast order is definitely like artsy and fun and cool, but I don't think it's better, really. I do think that the broadcast order has a better first episode. I think the one where it's their movie first is like pretty fun. I do also think, though, not seeing the movie until you've seen them film it would probably be fun, because you honestly just have no idea what the movie is going to be like from watching the filming. So that sounds pretty fun too. I don't think there is a better way. I think that the broadcast order is for weebs and dweebs, and I love those. I love weebs and dweebs, and I'm both, basically. Okay, I'm going this way. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about that. Here's another thing I have to say. I had totally forgotten about this, but each of the characters have a different worldview that is in opposition with the other characters' worldviews. So, this is a huge spoilies, I guess. But, Koizumi and the agency tell Kyon, and I'm going to say they tell Kyon this because I don't know what they actually believe, right? Like, they could be lying. And they even say this in the show, is like, they could be lying to manipulate you. The agency and Koizumi tell Kyon that Haruhi is God, and she has the ability to completely change the laws of the world. So, if Haruhi believes that aliens and espers and future people are real, then it will be so, right? And if Haruhi wants all of the doves to turn white, or all the pigeons to turn white, then they will. They'll all turn white. And if Haruhi is completely dissatisfied with the state of the world and wishes for an entirely new world, subconsciously, mind you, if she wishes for a new world, then a new world will be created. So, in order to protect life as they know it, they need to keep Haruhi under control. And they do this, really through Kyon. Then, Mikuru, Asahina, is like, her worldview is that Haruhi can't change the past, but she can affect the present, right? So, there have always been future people, espers, and aliens. There's always been the capacity for someone to shoot a laser beam out of their eye. And there has always been the capacity for a bunch of pigeons to transform into white pigeons. These are all things that have always existed in the world, but Haruhi is the one who uncovers them, who, like, causes this possibility to become true. But she says she can never figure this out because of the intervention of the SOS brigade, right? Because of Mikuru, Kyon, and Koizumi, and Nagato. So, they both are like, hey, like, make sure you believe me and not the other person. Because these are directly opposing theories. Koizumi says Haruhi is God and can change the past. And Mikuru says Haruhi cannot change the past. But if she changes the present, like, too much, then it would be bad for the future, right? And she's the future people, so that makes sense. She wants to protect her future by ensuring that Haruhi does not change the present too much. Koizumi wants to protect the present by ensuring that Haruhi does not rewrite the past. So, these ideas about what Haruhi is and how she shapes the world are necessarily in opposition with one another. One says she changes the past, one says she doesn't, right? And because of this, you know, they don't want Kyon to believe the other person. And they also say, like, watch out, like, don't trust everything they say. But that also screams out, like, well, what if these people are lying? You have absolutely no way to verify that anything that anyone says is true, right? So Koizumi says she must have the ability to rewrite the past. That's because my powers were awoken 3 years ago. And Nagato points out, like, you don't know that. Like, that could be a lie, right? So, in the same way, Koizumi points out that Mikuru, sent from the future, is like the perfect person to manipulate Kyon. She's like a beauty, she's, like, meek, and she, like, needs assistance all the time. Like, she needs Kyon to save her. She's like a damsel, you know? And it could be either she's just putting on an act, or like the future people sent her specifically to do this work. And it's clear that Koizumi and Mikuru are both hiding things from Kyon. So, this raises the idea that they're both lying, and there's probably something slightly different than what they've explained that truly describes their worldview and how they think Haruhi affects the world and what they're really scared of, right? Because it seems like these are two huge agencies that are vying for the power to shape the world through controlling Haruhi, which they do by manipulating Kyon, right? That's the first one. Another possibility, if the, Kyon is God theory is real, is that they're using Haruhi, this weird eccentric girl, as, a way to trick Kyon into acting in certain ways, and Kyon is actually the god, right? So then you would say, okay, maybe Mikuru thinks that Kyon can change the present but not the past, and Koizumi thinks that Kyon can change the past as well. Like, she rewrites everything. So, it's just, it seems like these people may be lying, and they may be manipulating Kyon. And the thing is, they meet up sometimes without Kyon to, discuss things. So, during the Endless Eight, when Kyon finds out that they are looping is when Mikuru calls Kyon, and she's hanging out with Koizumi. And they've been talking about this to try to figure out what's going on, right? So, it's clear that they have more information than they're giving Kyon, and they're talking about things at a different level than he is. So, because of this, it really does seem like there's a level of manipulation that's happening. And it really comes down to what you think is happening, at least so far, what I've seen. It's entirely possible that Koizumi, despite seeming freaking weird, is totally telling the truth about as much as he can, and he just can't share anymore. And he really, truly enjoys Kyon's presence and thinks he's a good guy and wants to share all of this with him because of that. And everything he says is, for the most part, true. There's also the possibility that Mikuru is telling the truth and she really likes Kyon. There's also the possibility that she got sent to the future, or got sent from the future to manipulate him. And there's a chance that Koizumi is manipulating him. But what's really interesting is that Nagato seems to be the most believable, right? And while, Kyon and Koizumi have this kind of, hot and cold, fiery, kind of, it's like a rocky friendship, you could say. They're friends with one another, but, Kyon is really suspicious of Koizumi and doesn't really like him that much. And then Kyon and Mikuru are friends, but in a weird, pseudo-romantic, Kyon looks after her, and they both, they're both oh god, Haruhi is doing all this and it's overwhelming. Actually, I'm gonna wait, I'm not gonna merge yet. So, both of these groups of people, they have these bonds where they are like, each of these pairs has a friendship that's not just like a fully like, we're looking out for each other and having like a normal mutual friendship, But that doesn't seem to be the case with Nagato. So, like, when the computer club loses their RTS game against the SOS Brigade, which is a thing that happens, they're like, Nagato, they recognize that Nagato is like a world-class hacker, like a prodigy, truly. They don't know that this is because she's like a humanoid interface for an alien, like, thought entity, like an entity that's only thoughts, it's only information, it's a straight information, like, species. There's no physical form. So they don't know this, but they do know that that Nagato is like a freaking epic coder. So they're like, please come to the computer club. And Haruhi is like, no! That's ours. You don't get to have Nagato. And then Kyon is like, wait, Haruhi, like, hold on. And then he's like, Nagato, like, if you'd like, you should go over there. Because, like, even computer, thought entity interfaces, blah, 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 have things that they want. Which I have screamed about on the PEGCAST before. That Nagato has things that she wants as a physical body. And she just really shows, like, the beauty of what humanity is. Like, the beauty of experiencing things. In the last episode, like, Someday in the Rain, she just sits there and reads while the radio blares and while, like, the PE or whatever class, like, meets up and gets to work and, like, practices their marching or whatever they're doing. I don't know. I'm trying to get in to the right, but it's so traffic dense right now. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up for now. I have a little while yet, I think. Yeah, it says I have a little while. Okay, well, yeah, but I just really love that Nagato shows, like, what humanity represents. And how this ties in with the whole everyone is manipulating Kyon thing is Nagato seems the least likely to be manipulating him. Because Nagato and Kyon have built this friendship where Kyon will, like, reach out and help her, and it's clear that Nagato, like, it really resonates with her on a level beyond just, like, she's looking after... Oh my god, are they not going to let me in? Like, why? Why? I don't understand when you're halfway into a lane and they speed up to, like, force you out of it. Like, I truly don't understand. I've been trying to get in next to this truck for so long, and they just won't let me. Why? I just don't get it. Please, sir. I need to get over. We made eye contact for a second. Maybe now he'll let me in. Now that we made eye contact. No. Nope. He won't let me in. Even after we made eye contact. Like, at what point... Like, I don't get it. I guess I'll just wait and I'll try to go behind him. No, the car behind them won't let me either. Okay. I'll try to go even farther up. Maybe I'll go one car forward. Excuse me, Miss Lady. Can I get over? Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't think she sees me. Maybe if I, like, lean towards her some, she'll recognize it? Nope. Okay, what if I... I can't get over. Like, I'm gonna miss my exit because I literally cannot get off the highway. No one will let me. I can't even wedge in. They're like speeding up to actively not let me in. I just like jammed my nose in. Jesus, dude. Okay. Time to get over a couple more times. Oh, this man is laughing. Please, laughing man. Laughing man, I love you. Please. Happy laughing man, please, I beg. I beg and I plea. Can I please get over? No, he says no. He says no! Oh my gosh, is laughing man saying yes? Is laughing man saying yes? Laughing man is saying yes. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Wow, laughing man is the best. He is so awesome. I made it over. Guys, hooray. The person to my right is driving this tiny little car. And they have a Disneyland magic ticket thingy, and then they also have Power from Chainsaw Man and Anya from Spy Family on the back of their car. All of them have turned completely blue because they've been washed out by the sun. Guys, that was exhausting trying to get over there. I think I'm good, right? I think, like, this is fine. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh, I'm in the right lane. I'm in the correct lane. Like, by one, though. Like, if I was one... I had to get over twice when I did. Guys, why did that take so long? Why didn't they let me? I'm sorry if that was, like, really boring PEGCAST moment, but... it was a stressful moment for me, I'll tell you that much. Can you imagine if I just, like, fully took a wrong turn because no one let me in? I was, like, jamming my nose in, and they would just speed up. Like, I don't understand. Why would you risk getting your car hit? Like, they're gonna risk hitting the front of my car by speeding up. Like, if I don't pull away, if I keep going the direction I'm going, they're going to, like, hit the side in front of my car. But they speed up anyways and just say, it's okay, he'll move. He'll get out of the way. Like, the risk is so high. It could be so much money if you hit my car. And the reward is, like, maybe 1 second of time, like, faster on the highway. Maybe 1 second. For, like, 1 car's worth of space. It's, like... what, 10 feet long, maybe, a car? I'm really bad at that, so maybe it's a lot more or less than that. So, I can't vouch, but, like, your car goes a lot of 10 feet in a second, a lot of the time, you know? Like, if you're going, let's say, on the highway, 65 miles an hour, that 10 feet it's not gonna take a second. It's just not. Maybe it is, and I'm stupid, but I don't think it is. I don't understand distance, so... yeah. So here's where all of these things tie together about Nagato. Sorry. Nagato seems to not be lying, and I say that because they have this relationship, and then Nagato says, you know, you can't understand what Koizumi is... or you can't, like, validify... you can't be sure that anything that Koizumi says is the truth. Like, he could be lying to you. In the same way that Asahina could be. Mikuru. And then he's like, well, what do you think about Haruhi? And she's like, there's no point in me telling you because you'll never be able to, like, be sure that what I'm saying is the truth either. There'll be no way for you to verify that what I'm saying is the truth. And this is just really cool because the fact that she doesn't say it means that there's no ounce of, like, you know, it's not like she's trying to manipulate him in the same way that these other two characters are. So, even though she's like a crazy alien thought entity information species creature where they have no physical bodies and everything is just information, the humanoid interface that they have sent down is like the most authentic and like human one of all of them, really. Like more than Koizumi and more than Mikuru. So I just thought that was wonderful. I thought that was wonderful personally. Guys, I'm out of stuff to talk about, and there's an hour left in the drive. I've done too many PEGCASts, one after another. You know, they always say, like, doing a Let's Play is hard, right? Because you just have to fill the air. Imagine having to fill no air. There's nothing happening, and you're filling the air. Sorry, not filling no air. You're filling the air of a room with no air. Like, you're filling a vacuum. Excuse me? But imagine how hard it is. Like, I'm doing this so often, like, over and over and over again. I'm just recording myself blabbing for like 2 hours at a time. And there's nothing that you're watching that I can talk about, right? I can't react to the fast penguin on the screen. I can't think of any witty things about what's happening right now because you can't see where I'm driving. Earlier, when I was talking about the Laughing Man, though, the reason I deemed him Laughing Man is not just because laughing was a key characteristic. It's because he was laughing, which implies that he's having a good time, and maybe then he'll be more likely to be kind to me. That was my thought. And it seems like it paid off, because the Laughing Man let me in. So they just announced, I already talked about Bocchi Season 2. They just announced a new short TV anime. Actually, I don't know how short it is, but they announced a new anime called Dragonite and the Postman. And it's directed by the person who directed Your Name and Weathering with You and Suzume. And I don't remember what else they said. There's some other, like, star-studded people working on it, you know? It's like a real... There's, like, a very, very good cast of people that are working on this anime project. And people are excited because it seems like we're gonna have an anime that's about Dragonite being a postman. Or Dragonite being, like, the Pokemon that the postman rides on, you know? So that's kind of ideal, I think, personally, because shows like that are all I want. All I want is to see slice of life Pokemon where it's just how the Pokemon and the people interact in their daily life, and that's what the whole show is predicated on. But we don't get any of that. Instead, we just get freaking another Pokemon battle after another Pokemon battle after another Pokemon battle. Even Ash is gone now, and they're still doing freaking crazy lame Pokemon battles where it's like, go Sprigatito, use Leafage, and then Sprigatito's like, Sprigatito, and then she shoots out Leafage, and then it hits, and they're like, we'll get you next time, little brat. And then she's like, great job, Sprigatito, and Sprigatito's like, Sprigatito. And that's the show. And it's like, dude, I want to watch more things that are like the Lunar New Year clip from not this most recent Lunar New Year, but the one before it, where the man goes home from work and Dedenne jumps off his desk and crawls up his arm, and the person who's sitting they're going on the train, They're pulling their luggage, and their small starter water-type Pokemon, I can't remember if it was Piplup or Totodile, is sitting on their luggage as they're pulling it like a child. Or when the girl brings back her boyfriend, and the super intense dad who's like sizing up the boyfriend and like seeing if he's good enough is sitting grumpily on the couch next to a big Incineroar and Machoke. These are the things I want to see. These are the things I want to see. And they're not giving it to us. They're not giving it to us, Penguins. They're not giving us a gay couple with small Pokemon. They let us have a taste. They let us have a taste. And then they freaking sent us to the depths. They sent us to the depths where there's no media. There's no media that will ever satisfy our thirst. That being said, I haven't seen Pokemon Concierge yet still, so maybe I should just watch that. I'm super excited, though, for this Pokemon Dragonite anime. Because worst case, it's bad. Oh, the person in front of me wants to go in. I'm letting them. Or the person to the right of me wants to go in front of me, I should have said. But, yeah. It would be wonderful if I could somehow get over. But it might not be in the cards, and that's okay. It might not be in the cards, and that's okay. So it'd be nice if I could get over, because it would speed me up a little bit, and I'm on this highway for another... I'm on this highway for another 13 miles. Guys, I've been thinking about getting a dash cam. I feel like I should, because it's just, like, safe to have. And I found out that they rewrite their own storage if you just leave them running. So you only have to stop and look at it when something bad happened, right? And you don't have to, like, take it out and delete all the footage so that there's space. And, like, after I had this, like, thought, a couple weeks later, like, maybe a month or two later, I started hearing about the Hatsune Miku dash cam. What are they trying to do to me? What are they trying to do to me, Penguins? Who do they take me for? I'm not just gonna go willy-nilly purchasing a dash cam because it says freaking Hatsune Miku 01 on it. Who do they take me for, Penguins? Do they think I am weak-willed? I'm strong-minded! Sorry guys, I yawned. I'm strong-minded! Sex man for mayor! Every time I hear that voice, I think about Sex Man for Mayor.
It's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna spend 90% of it inside.
I love that guy. Okay, here are some updates on the anime I've been watching. Sorairo Utility. It's about golf. I was told it was Yuri. I thought it would be two girls falling in love as one of them learns to play golf. I'm beginning to think it was a lie. I'm beginning to think, unironically, that the Yuri tag was not just a poor description of the show, but that it was an outright lie. In episode 1, you can read it as flirting. In episode 2, you can read it as this girl has a big crush on the newbie. In episode 3, it starts to fade away. I'm on episode 7. I've watched 7 episodes, and the only flirting that's happened has been in episode 1, and it's low-key debatable if it's flirting. It is flirting, but, like, you could argue it if you were going to be a little rat, you know? And it just makes me sad. It just makes me sad, dude. I thought this show was going to be something beautiful. And instead, I'm literally just getting golf. I feel like I'm watching Negative Positive Angler again. I found the worst show, the most, like, promising and, like, biggest fumble on the promises show. It's not the most promising, okay? Soraya Row Utility is anything but the most promising show. But seriously, this show is fumbling so hard. Like, it's truly shocking. I'm merging. Hold on. Guys, I've gotten a lot better at merging. I've gotten a lot better at merging safely. Is this guy trying to... Yeah, you can go. I would love to get over one more. Looks like I can. Oh my gosh, not if the car behind me had anything to say about it. They'd sped up a little bit. They were trying to cut me off, but they knew they couldn't make it. That's crazy. Okay, and then I watched, I've seen 7 episodes of Zenshu. And Zenshu, when it is... Okay, I thought this was my fault, right? But I looked up Zenshu to see what, like, public perception was about it. I looked up Zenshu review. And I didn't watch any of them, but I looked at, like, thumbnails, and I looked at a little bit of, like, discussion in, I looked at a couple discussion threads on my anime list about it. And I think that everyone is having the same experience as me, where it really seemed from the like announcement trailer a couple of years back at like the Mappa panel that they were going to make an anime about a director who's struggling against a time limit, right? And I thought maybe it'll be serious, maybe it'll be goofy like Golden Boy. Like Golden Boy has the animation studio episode. And I thought maybe it would be goofy like that, or maybe it would be serious, but regardless, like... Sorry guys, I yawned. But regardless, like, it's pretty exciting to have an anime about anime production. Like, it's gotta be, like, just fun. It's like a fun topic to have an anime about. And I think everyone else was on the same page as me before the show starts. Then episode 1 hits, and the main lady gets isekai'd. And then, everyone was like, oh, haha, blah, blah, blah. And then, we're in episode 6, they're still in the isekai. And let me tell you, it's not great. Like, I don't just dislike it because I don't like isekai. Like, I don't like it because it's just not that good. Like... I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that the idea is pretty cool. And it seems that the show is, like, trying to take a pretty legit, serious twist right now. And the main character is really showing some growth. But, so I watch episode 7, and it's a flashback. It's a flashback to when she was a kid. And I really thought that because of the title of the episode and the thumbnail was a character I had never seen before, I really thought that maybe she would wake up from her coma and she would stop being isekai'd and everything would be okay and we would move on, right? But no! At the end of this huge, like, series of vignettes, there are like 3 vignettes about people who their first love was the main character of Zenshu, and then she's like, God, I just don't understand love, I can never make this movie. And then she wakes up and it was a stress dream, and when she wakes up, where is she? In the isekai world! Let me out! I saw other people who were saying, this is the best episode yet. Everyone is so excited that we got to see something that was actually aligned with what the trailer made us think we were going to get. Something about interpersonal relationships and learning to grow and like a prodigy artist. But no. That's not what we got. This episode was a little bit like it, but it just wasn't it. And then we're back in the isekai. And I saw some people say that they were tricked into watching an isekai. I felt that way. I've said that word for word to my roommate. Like, maybe I'm the fool, and maybe all these people are as well, because you can definitely expect anime fans on the internet to have some bad opinions. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, so it's definitely possible, right, that I am wrong, and I was supposed to expect that this show was an isekai, and I'm being a fool. But, you know, the other possibility is just that this show freaking sucks, and we thought we were going to get one thing, and we're getting something entirely different. And everyone was laughing because, like, when it got announced, because Mappa making an anime about, like, an overworked time crunch animator is funny, because they have those. They do not treat their employees well, and that's, like, well known, you know? So, that just, like, was funny, but then I don't think anyone expected it to just do this. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, though, so, yeah. I also remembered that I was going to talk about the show Prodigal. Not the show, sorry. I was going to talk about the game Prodigal. It's a, like, indie game that is based on Link's Awakening. So, you play as, like, a dude with a pickaxe instead of a sword, and you swing it similarly, and you know, it's just like a similar kind of game. You go around, you do dungeons and stuff. And I thought about playing it for Batpeg. The reason I didn't is because it had dating sim aspects, and I just, like, couldn't handle that. I just couldn't handle, like, playing a dating sim on Batpeg. It felt way too embarrassing at the moment, or in the moment. And boy howdy, am I glad I did not play it for Batpeg. Like, it would have been the first series where I didn't really finish the game. Because, you know, I have finished the game in large part. But there's always more with this game. I mean, and it's so confusing. I've had to go on the wiki, like, so many times to figure out what to do. Because there's an in-game hints lady, and then she just stops giving you hints. And it's like, well, okay, like, what am I supposed to do about that? But, yeah, there are, like, some dungeons, and then you beat them, and then when you're done, there's, like, a big post-game. And the post-game is full of really difficult dungeons and just completely asinine puzzles. And the game is, like, spaghetti-coated, it feels like. Like, they have a bunch of Sokoban puzzles, which means puzzles where you push a block around, you know? Like, if you've played Baba Is You, that's a really unique Sokoban, where all the boxes you're pushing around are words, and they change the rules of your environment. But just, like, pushing around boxes like that, or, like, in Helltaker, is a, like, Sokoban. Oh, I could say, like, in Link's Awakening. Duh. You know, in Link's Awakening, there are, like, the block-pushing puzzles? It's that. That's what a Sokoban puzzle is. There's so many of them in this game. And, like, they're just not coded very well. Like, if you're standing to the left of a box, but facing down, you can just kind of swing your pickaxe, and there's a good chance that it will go down if you, like, wiggle the right way, you know? It's just, like, a little, like, finicky. And a lot of the levels are designed, like, as if you don't have items that you obviously would have by that stage in the game. So, like, they'll make you do this pretty complex puzzle to get across a one-block gap, but you have an item that lets you jump across one-block gaps, basically. So that's just kind of weird. But, yeah, I mean, I beat basically everything, but I would have to, like, do a New Game Plus in order to get more achievements, and I just don't have that in me. Like, excuse me, I think there are, like, a couple more challenges that I haven't done yet, But in order to unlock them, I'll have to, like, make a new game plus and then play on hard mode and beat all the dungeons. And it's like, no. Like, I'm done, dude. I already fought every boss in your game, like, 4 or 5 times. Because there are, like, extra hard versions of them in different regions. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I think Prodigal is a really fun game. And it's got, like, some really awesome music in a lot of areas. And, you know, the story is not all that bad. And it's cute that they've added in a romance element. But their post-game content just bloats the game so much. Like, there's just so much content, and not that much of it is awesome. Yeah, so that's, I mean, the main gist of it. That's the main gist of it, but the lore is another problem, because, like, in order to really understand the story of this game, I mean, you can understand, like, the level 1, right? You can say, like, okay, like, I'm this guy, I betrayed my family, and now I'm back, and I'm making reprimands, I'm making reparations, or whatever. I'm like... I'm, like, showing my goodwill, right? And that's the story, mainly. And then there's, like, this evil dude. And you beat him. But then, like, beyond that, there's, like, this guy that's a ghost, and it's, like, I don't know why he's a ghost, or why he's a spirit, and why he watches over this area, and then he's, like, this one character's dad, but you don't actually have to figure that out, and then, like, all these other characters have lore, and you can figure it out if you'd like, but there's, like, no incentive, really, except for the one that you're gonna marry. So it's just, like, frustrating. And then there's, like, this god named Colorgrave, who is also the name of the video game studio, and she seems to have, like, so much power that, like, you can't even contend with. But within this game, you just, like, don't really come to understand it. And the idea is that you play their next game, and then figure it out. But their next game is a different genre. Like, I don't want to play their next game. It doesn't look like it's for me. You know? So... that's, like, my problem. That's my problem. Is I don't understand, like, anything that's happening in the story. And I don't want to play the next game to figure it out. Like, I just don't. I would rather just watch a lore video on YouTube. Because, like, playing another video game is such a wild time commitment. Especially when you've shown me that your games are going to be, like, not perfectly coded and full of, like, almost just bloat content. You know? And they also keep saying the whole game, don't trust the hand. Don't trust the hand. Don't trust the hand. And you power it up by getting the Eye of Veritas. And Veritas is the name of the sequel to Prodigal. Right? And you're like, okay, well, what is all this? But you just don't get to know unless you play Claire La Mode and freaking Veritas. You don't get to know. And it's just so annoying. It's so annoying, everybody. It's so annoying, everybody. Whoa. I almost just got hit. I merged into the lane, and the car behind me drove as fast as they could to not let me in the lane. Mind you, there are not that many cars in front or behind us. There just aren't. This car goes as fast as they freaking can, super speeds up, and I don't see them because I look in my blind spot, there's no one there. I look in my rearview mirror, there's no one even close. I start merging in, they speed up as fast as they can, I guess, and they ended up having to swerve off to the right of me, like into the next lane over, which, mind you, was ending. That lane was ending. And they almost hit me, but they made it. They successfully dodged my car. I don't understand, man. Just truly, like, there's no gain. There are no cars near us. Nothing is gonna go wrong for them if I'm in front of them. It's gonna be exactly the same. But they risk so much by going so fast and, like, almost crashing. And they got, like, weird anime bumper stickers. They got freaking Nezuko, and they have Vegeta on there. And it's, like, one of those weird holographic Vegeta ones where, like, if you look at it one way, he's a Super Saiyan, and if you look at it the other way, he's a blue Super Saiyan. I'm doing one of those big spinny turns, and these really used to scare me when I was not the driver. Oh my gosh. The traffic is literally stopped. It's literally stopped. You come around the spinny, and you're stopped. We're moving again. Whoa, there's a matte black Cybertruck over there. I saw this post on Twitter where someone egged a Cybertruck, and they were like, egging is truly hateful in this economy. Like, that was pretty funny. I'm gonna try to get over here. It looks like they're gonna let me. They just have, like, such a big space between them and the next car that, like, I can fit, even if they don't want to let me. As long as they don't speed up. Yeah, I'm in. I'm already in the lane. Oh, sorry about the whistles. But Prodigal was, like, pretty fun overall. It was just too long and too bloated, and the story was too confusing. And I didn't even mention this, but a lot of the story, like, that you get, like, the lore, you know? So not the A plot of what you're doing, but the, like, underlying lore of the gods and, like, the situation of this island. A lot of that information is all contained within books that you have to walk up and then just read dialogue boxes for. And then, also, a lot of these books are in completely hidden rooms. And these rooms have no tell. There's no map in a dungeon to tell you when there's, like, a secret hidden room behind a breakable wall. There's no nothing. And in these hidden rooms, you'll, like, get extra stuff. But there's just no way to know where they are, right? So I think in order to unlock one of the last challenges, I would have had to collect, like, 1 coin in every single dungeon, right? But this coin is in a secret room of every dungeon. And the secret rooms have no tell. There's no way to know that there's a secret room anywhere. So, like, I'm just not going to do it. And where this is all really bad, guys, is that there's no walkthrough anywhere. The only walkthrough is one person did, like, a live stream. Or multiple live streams where they just, like, played through almost all of Prodigal. And even they gave up. They just stopped halfway through the final dungeon. Because they were like, yeah, this is just too much. Like, I'm not having fun anymore. This is just, like, completing for the sake of completing. And at this point, I don't think I can complete. Because you have to do the new game plus garbage. So, yeah. There's so much to unlock. Truly is, like, a game where it feels like you could play it forever. But it's, like, not in a good way. You know? So, I'm really debating whether or not to play Veritas, because on one hand, the gameplay is probably pretty fun, but on the other hand, like, I don't want to delve back in. I don't want to. Like, when there's potential that this game is just going to, like, drag me along with little tidbits of story, and I'm not going to know what's happening, and it's going to be terrible for PEGCAST. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. Guys, I am so hungry. Whoa, that guy's going fast. Everyone else is going probably, I would say, 50. And there was one sports car that just went by that was probably doing like 75, 80. Okay, well, here we go. I can't even talk about PEGCAST like in meta, because I already did. I was like, wow, it's so nice to have like PEGCAST be something that I do for fun. Like, I've already talked about that. What do I even say, man? Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, since I'm out of Thursday jokes, like, if anybody has a Thursday joke, then comment below a Thursday joke, please. I'm out. I have at least one thing to review. I'm going to review my sleep mask. And I have one Thursday joke. But without more Thursday jokes, the Thursday review can't go on. So everybody, comment below a Thursday joke if you have one. And if you don't have one, it's okay. Comment below, comment below if you have played golf. If you have played golf, then comment below, PEGCAST, I have played golf. But only if you can't think of a Thursday joke. And if you haven't played golf, then comment below, PEGCAST, I have not ever played golf. And unless, of course, you have a Thursday joke to share with me. In which case, please do that instead. Do. Woo! Just did a big ol' yawn. Guys, here's some cool news. I might have already talked about this. You might have heard this last week. USB Loader GX, which is a mod that, what do you call it? Like a homebrew application that you can run on a Nintendo Wii. There was an update like a year ago that makes it so that you don't have to run things off of a USB drive anymore, a flash drive. So now, instead of it just being USB loader, there's SD card mode where you can load games from an SD card as long as they're in the right WBFS format. Then you can load them from the SD card too. What is a little annoying about it though is I tried to do it with P+, and it didn't work. And the reason is because I'm using USB Loader GX and not like the P+ version probably, but there is a workaround to make USB Loader, the regular one, work for P+. I just don't think it works if the like game directory is on the SD card. I don't think it works. It's a little unfortunate, but whatever, you know. This mod from Mario Kart just came out. Mario Kart Wii Deluxe. They put every Mario Kart track from every Mario Kart game ever made in Mario Kart Wii. And then they also added a bunch of custom tracks. It's pretty cool because they even have the tour tracks. Guys, I can't stop yawning. I really need dinner. I'm excited though. I hope that Cammy does make the food before I get there, and I hope it's good because, you know, last time we fumbled it, so maybe she has learned from our mistakes, but I'm like worried that she's gonna make the same mistake we did last time and think like, well, potatoes take forever, and then we put the potatoes in, and then when we take the potatoes out, they're mush. Like, I feel like they should have a little bit of substance to them. They should be a little harder. Because they're, at least in the one that we did, they were taking the role of what tofu would normally take too. So they were like the main bites, you know? So I just really hope that I have yummy, yummy curry when I get there. That's all I hope. Dragon Ball Daima is pretty epic. It added in the, like, form that they added into Dragon Ball GT. So that was epic, I guess. I saw people popping off. They were like, the animation is so good, they cooked so hard. And then they post, like, a slideshow, basically, that was in the show. But because they had their favorite Goku transformation in there from Dragon Ball GT, they believe it. They believe that it's peak. They're just wrong. It's okay, though. They're just wrong. It's not peak. It's freaking lame. It's like pretty cool that they've added in all these little Easter eggs, you could call them, like all these references to previous I almost said PEGCAST episodes, to previous Dragon Ball shows. But, you know, at the same time, the show is terrible. And at some point, you know, that's gonna be the most important part at some point. Oh my goodness. So guys, I don't know if you know this, but One Piece, like, it became beautiful. The art style of the anime, it like started being animated really well. So I looked up again recently just to make sure, to like double check, because I didn't really trust what I was looking at last time, where I found that the animation art style was changing. And I want to know when it changes to become beautiful, because then I'll switch from reading to watching, right? If I ever even make it there. I'm at chapter 520-ish. I'm around there. Primarily from reading in the bookstore. And it turns out, guys, that it becomes beautiful at episode 920, which is roughly chapter 920. So I'm never gonna get to watching One Piece. I'm never gonna make it. But what's funny is, like, at around chapter 520, he does like a question corner thing, the author, Oda. And he was like, yeah, I want to wrap up One Piece soon, but I have to make sure to tie all the loose ends up. So I can't end it right now, but it'll probably be pretty soon. And it's like, dude, you weren't even halfway through. You weren't even halfway through One Piece at that point. I don't even have the whole crew, man. I just met Boa Hancock. I just met her. And you're telling me that you're gonna wrap up the story soon? Like, no, you aren't. Like, no, you are not. I'm feeling rejuvenated because I feel like I'm getting closer to Cammie's place. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not getting that much closer. I just want to get over a little bit so that I can be in the faster lanes, but it doesn't really matter. Thanks for letting me over, buddy. That was really sweet. Thank you. I don't know why I said buddy. I meant it. Thank you. Okay. And now traffic comes to a standstill. Why do I always have to drive during rush hour, guys? I don't usually feel frustrated about it. I'm just hangry. Everybody. Who gets hangry, guys? Who else gets hangry? Does Cammie get hangry? Does Dusty get hangry? Does Kenzie get hangry? Does Linus get hangry? Does Maya get hangry? Who gets hangry? Guys, if you get hangry, can you give me 5 big booms? 5 big booms if you're hangry. I would normally not say this, but like a while back, Dusty and Maya told me that I should just add 5 big booms to a PEGCAST, and then when it comes out in the distant future, it will be like so not funny anymore that it will be funny. So, I hope they were right. I hope when we listen to this PEGCAST, everybody guffaws. Everybody lets out a big, big guffaw. Oh ho ho ho! Everyone will say. Also, they're like introducing a new power thing in One Piece. Like Luffy, he has gear 1, 2, and 3. He doesn't have gear 4 yet, which I think exists. It's when he like turns into black rubber, I think. And then and then there's this new thing that they're introducing called Haki. Haki. And it's like basically just your special aura powers. So, I don't know it yet. And neither does Luffy. But like surely he's gonna end the series soon. I don't know why he said that, dude. Their car is farting up a storm! My goodness, my goody gumdrops, everybody. My goody gumdrops, everybody. I'm getting in this lane. Meow. I'm trying to get away from Mr. Farty car. That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. Oh, I don't think I talked about this yet, but maybe I did. If I did, I sincerely apologize. I was reading Stop Hibari-kun, which was, it's this like old Jump manga that was airing like around the same time as Fist of the North Star. You know, it's like old, you know? And dude, Mr. Farty is catching up! Help! Mr. Farty! But people were saying that it was the first ever like trans character in popular manga. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll read it. Dude, it's one of them stories where every joke in the whole freaking show is either, or in the whole manga, is either someone makes a funny face, someone makes a pun, Or someone says, that boy sure is weird. Why does that boy act like a girl? They're a boy. And people are like, no, actually, guys, it's good because Hibari is never the butt of the joke. Hibari is always, like, winning and awesome, and everybody loves Hibari, and everybody wants to be like Hibari. But, like, dude, the whole point is that it's, like, subversive. It's like this weird pervert freak, as they like to call her, I'll say, is, like, so desired. And it's like, what? That's so weird that this freak is desired, even though they're a freak and a pervert. And it's like, dude, I just can't read that. So I read the first volume and then I dropped it. I definitely understand why people say, like, you know, it might be a good read for some people. Like, if you're interested in that kind of thing and you're interested in the history. But it's just not, it's not. I don't know what to say, guys. It's not. She is a really cool character, and I really like it, and I like a lot of the art, and I like her, but I don't like everything else around her, so that's a bit of a shame. It's just a bit of a shame, innit? I really felt it in my throat right before I said in it, so I didn't do a voice.
But it's a bit of a shame.
Oh god, I can't, personally. I need to eat yummy curry, otherwise I will freaking die. Actually, I could eat other things too, but I need to eat, otherwise I will freaking die. This part of the drive feels like I'm almost there, but I'm looking at my GPS and it says I'm 26 minutes out. Is there, like, a crash, or am I wrong in my subjective experience of feeling like I'm at the end? Am I wrong? AITA? AITA? I'm wearing a Pikmin shirt today, right? And it's a cute Pikmin shirt where the Pikmin are embroidered on, and they're carrying away the shirt pocket. And it's so freaking cute. It's ridiculous. And I got 4 compliments on it today. Is that right? I got 5 compliments on it today. 3 of the people did not know what Pikmin were. So it's just like a really cute shirt, and they're like little guys that are taking away my shirt pocket, and they're flowers. And people are like, "Oh my god, that's such a cute shirt," you know? But they don't even know. They don't even know what's up. They don't know what Pikmin are. They don't know that it's the freaking best game series in the whole wide world. I don't know that I believe that, but it's possible that I believe that. No, there's no way. Right? I like Smash the most. It's given me so much. Even if it's mostly one game. I'm being tested right now. This person is shooting their high beams into my reflective mirror. And it's like not that dark out. It's not dark enough for them to be blasting their high beams. It's like fine. Like it's dark out in that, like, your, like, grandfather would be like, "Oh, it sure is dark," and you're like, "Grandfather, I can read in this. What are you talking about?" It's just not actively super bright, like when you go into a room. I'm gonna merge into the next lane. Woohoo, everybody! Woohoo! I'm so tired. I need to eat. Ow. Guys, so recently, Wee Cat has been freaking everywhere. Everyone and their mom loves Wee Cat. They've taken the internet by storm. That cat that eats and they go wee wee wee, wee 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 wee, wee wee wee. Okay? This cat, they've been everywhere. And Cammy and I have been saying wee 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 to each other about that cat for like 2 months. Probably. It might only be 1 month. But we were so ahead of the curve on wee 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 cat, and that just made us think like, okay, this is not a flex, by the way. The fact that I have my thumb on the pulse of the next funny cat is like not a flex. I'm looking at funny cats too much. But are they gonna, okay, that was scary. They just merged really fast, so I wasn't sure if they were gonna keep merging and hit my car. But that one was just me being frightened because I haven't eaten. That one was not a legitimate fear of being hit like most of the others are. So, you know, this led Cammy and I to question, why did Awocat not take off? Right? Like, everybody knows, huh? Everybody knows the cat that goes, huh? Huh? Everybody knows the cat that goes, wee, 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 wee. Everybody knew the sad hamster with the sad violin that was like, ba, 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 ba. You know? Everybody knows the I Go Meow cat, Kala, who sang the I Go Meow song. Why was Awocat not one of them? Why did Awocat not take off? Awocat is so cute, and he goes, Awo, Awo, and it's so funny. It's so memeable. Everybody knows the cats that are like, oh, moo, moo. Everybody knows those cats. Why did Awocat not take off in the same way as all these other cats? I'm like befuddled. I'm dumbfounded. I truly, because I feel like Awocat has all the makings of a star. Awocat's got it all. But it just didn't come together. Oh my gosh, 14 minutes of traffic? Can you tell me how long it's going to take for me to get there, though, please? Thanks. Oh, there must have, like, just been something that happened. It added 10 minutes to my drive. I see the cop car! No! Wait, are we starting to move? Are we starting to move? Is everything good? Maybe it won't take 15 minutes in this little bit of traffic? Maybe? It looks like all the problems have been moved into the fast lane. Am I right about this? They've been moved into the HOV lane? I might be right about this. It seems like we're moving. It seems like we're moving. This traffic may not take 15 minutes. It might still. I could be wrong. But there's a car that's about to get towed, and they're sitting off the side of the HOV lane. So it seems like we're moving. It seems like that was the issue, and we're past it. But there's so many cars that there's still a lot of traffic. That's my read on the sitch. But who knows? Oh. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry. I think of Mario Odyssey song. Guys, who loves the song Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey? The one that is like, let's do the Odyssey. That one. Who loves that song? If you love that song, well, guess what? I personally know the choreographer. That's right. I know the choreographer for Super Mario Odyssey. I do. They're a fellow Penguin. That's right. Gabe Hungrypeg Ebagwell Popo Micklin is the choreographer for Super Mario Odyssey. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Isn't that crazy? I think this guy that I'm driving next to has an illegal level of tint on his windows. It doesn't really bother me, but it's just like really, really black. Why is my lane completely stopped? Why is it 0 mile an hour? It's not anymore. We're moving. But 15 minutes may be true. 15 minutes may be true. Turns out that there was just a lot of traffic. So, guys, I learned that modding your Wii U is really easy now. It's not as hard as it used to be. Not that it was ever really hard, but it's not very difficult anymore. Yep, so, you come here often? I know you do. If you're listening to the PEGCAST, the odds of you coming here often are very high. They're very high. Guys, so they made this Minecraft map that is Wii Party in Minecraft. And basically that means that they've recreated the video game Wii Party within Minecraft. And I think it's relatively cheap to host a server for it. So I want to get a group of 4 Penguins together and play Wii Party in Minecraft, okay? Like, this is exciting stuff that we're talking about right now. I want to play Minecraft with the Penguins. We can even... Oh my gosh, guys, we could make our own little skins. If they have the remix function on the skin decks still, we could even go on the skin decks and then remix some skins with the same, like, Batpeg head. And then we could, like, be a band of, like, Batpeg guys. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? If we all roll up with our little Batpeg outfits. Only the deepest Batpeg loreheads know about the Cowmaster 75, though. The Cowmaster 75 is Batpeg's sidekick. And he is a cow, and he wears the Robin costume instead of the Batman costume. And his name is the Cowmaster 75. The reason that he exists is because when I was a kid, I didn't understand that you had to buy an account for Minecraft and not buy, like, the program Minecraft for the computer that you were playing on. So I bought it twice for 2 different computers. So that's pretty exciting. But who wants to play Wii Party in Minecraft with me? I want to play it with desperation. Guys, the highway is stopped. I'm at 0 miles per hour. I'm not driving literally at all. I'm just sitting here in my stupid car. Every time I say this, we move. Please, oh please let me drive today. Please, please let me go. Please, oh please let me drive today. Please. I don't know what to say. I cannot rhyme. I was going to say there is no snow, but that doesn't make sense. They call me Mr. Loopy. They call me Mr. Loopy because I'm freaking loopy right now. The car to my right is totally zoning out. Never mind, they're not zoning out. They're on their phone. Freaking bozo, get off your phone and drive. Get off your phone and drive. Don't you know that there are important things for you to do? You have to be locked in. This other person next to me is also fiddling with their phone on the highway. Everybody, I know we're not moving very fast, but you simply must lock in. We have to focus up on driving. Everybody knows this. You have to practice safe driving. Yeah. Guys, I want to examine the bumper stickers on the car in front of me, but they're a little hard to see. It's become a little darker out, and now you really need the headlights. I'm trying to see what they are, but I can't quite make them out. I cannot see. Nope, I give up. Can't figure out what they are. Ah! I want to eat curry in my mouth now. I'm so hungry. I should have like a granola bar or something for situations like this. But guys, the reason I'm so late is because I had a little nightmare on the toilet. I had a little nightmare. So I was, it put me back like maybe 20 minutes. And putting me back 20 minutes is a lot. Actually, I wonder if it did put me back 20 minutes. Because I probably spent like, how long in there with my nightmare? I don't know. I just want you guys to know that the 20 minutes is accounting for how much rush hour it added as well. Okay? So it could be more. It could have delayed me by more. But who knows? It seems like I actually won't be able to make it to Rivals on time, so whatever. But I'm going to get there by like 6:30, and I'm going to gobble up a meal, and then I'm going to head off and play Melee. And that's cool. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh my gosh, I'm only passing the sit and sleep. The sit and sleep feels like it's forever away from Cammie's house. Which is weird, because it's like a long way past the other landmark thing that I feel like is close. Please, let me go. Why is my lane stuck and the other lanes are not stuck? You know dang well, though, that when I get out of this lane, it's going to start moving, and the one I get into is going to stop. You know dang well that that's what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, is that an ambulance? I can't tell. I'm really not sure, but there's a chance that was just an ambulance. Which would explain this, but make it, a little more frightening. I might have come back around on my little podcast idea about, like, showing my professor. Actually, no, I didn't. I remember. I had this thought earlier. So, I was thinking maybe I will show my professor the PEGCAST, where I talk about dogs. But I'll just cut everything else out, and then I'll say, my friends and I, like, share podcasts with each other whenever we drive places. And, like, if we're driving for a really long time, then we'll record a podcast. And, this wouldn't be a lie, because I don't think most of the Penguins are driving alone for long periods of time. So that would mean that you guys haven't driven like that, and that's why you haven't sent it, right? So I wouldn't really be lying, but it would be a lie. And then I would be like, here it is. And, I know it's not super formal. I can do another one if you'd like, but this is technically a podcast about canine cognition that I recorded that did teach people about canine cognition. Like, they get it now. So yeah. But I think if I upload all the PEGcasts, the one will be due before. Like, I think the podcast episode thing will be due before the PEGcast comes out. So I should probably just record a new one. How funny would it be to upload to like Canvas to my class? How funny would it be if I uploaded my podcast and the video is just Fast Penguin? Like, how funny would that be? If I'm just like, yep, here's my podcast, and it's like there's just like some weird penguin video game in the background. That'd be pretty awesome. Oh, I probably could just upload an audio file, actually. Probably don't have to attach a video to it. I was thinking, like, because otherwise I'll have to sit there in front of a microphone and talk for, like, an hour. Sorry, I was just thinking about the podcast. I was thinking about ideas. Oh my goodness. Oh my goody gumdrops. Guys, this is so slow. Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? Like, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. But it's so brutal. Well, it's Skylar, one of Cammie's friends from UCI's friend. It's one of her friends. Oh my gosh. Skylar goes to UCI, Cammie's friend, my friend. Birthday in 2 days-ish. I think it's 2 days, but I actually don't know what the date is today. Maybe it's in like 5 days. But it's coming up. And, yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday fart. Guys, if you're looking for a good video to watch, look up happy birthday fart. And it's like really short and it's very funny. This is brutal. This is so brutal. My tummy is grumbling. I can feel the grumbles. Like physical grumbles of my tummy. Because here's the thing. For breakfast, I eat my 2 little veggie patties. And it's not very much food. It just isn't. It's like a very, very light breakfast. Then I, for lunch, have pot stickers. And it just wasn't that much food. Like, I left lunch feeling, like, satiated, but not full. And now, here I am, so hungry. It's past dinner. I'm so hungry. I'm also warm. Oh my gosh, I just broke through the traffic. Oh my gosh, the traffic is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yes, dude. Oh, I'm free. Free to go 50 miles an hour. Well, not quite. Free to go 45. Do you think that's how cheetahs think? Like when a adolescent cheetah wakes up before their mom, they have to wait and they're like, oh, and then their mom wakes up. Do you think they're like, oh, finally I'm free to go roughly 45 miles an hour? Do you think that's what cheetahs are thinking when they wake up first? What do you think? What do you think, penguins? You know, more than anything, more than like being surprised that I'm still making Batpeg videos. I'm surprised that people are still watching them. Like, the fact that I got freaking Dusty, Cammy, Kenzie consistent, and if they're not there, then they're like, my sincerest condolences, I won't make it. And then Linus has been way more consistent recently too, as of when I'm recording it. And then I know Maya watches sometimes. I just assume that if I ever address Maya in the PEGCAST and she's not going to watch it, that Dusty will tell her. But, you know, I have like a pretty consistent group of like 5 friends that will watch my stupid videos. And I'm surprised because they're the same. It's like just watching me be stupid or play video games for years. Like, literally, it's been over a year at this point. And if it's Cammy, it makes sense. But, like, Kenzie's still tuning in, Dusty's still tuning in, Linus and Maya, like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, dude. Nobody else is tuning in. When Kai knows that I'm friggin', when it's Peg Wednesday, and he knows because I'm on the other side of the room where I say, like, I can play one game, but I won't have time for more because I have to be ready at 9 for Peg Wednesday. Like, when I say things like that to Kai, he's like, okay, and then he doesn't join, you know? Like, he's not interested. And I'm just very surprised that the Pegwins are. I'm surprised that there are Pegwins, basically, is what I'm saying. I think I have to get over one lane. Like now. I have to get over like now. It's okay, I got it. All is well. All is well. Oh, now I'm really in the home stretch. Like, I'm actually in the home stretch. Not just, like, by vibes. Like, I'm almost there. Please. Please. I'm almost there. Just let me go. Just let me go. Yeah. I'm taking the exit. Taking the exit right now. Who is excited for the PEGCAST to end? Probably only me. Probably only me. But maybe everyone. I feel like this one has not been the most interesting, but maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But the thing is about the PEGCAST is, like, for the first, like, 2 or 3, I was literally just talking about stuff that I wanted to talk about. And then there were a couple where I was like, oh, God. I, like, need a topic. Like, I need to make this entertaining. And then I was like, no, I don't, dude. Like, I can't talk about things and be funny for, like, 2 hours when I'm getting no feedback. I'm getting nothing. Like, I'm not built for that, personally. But I am built to talk for 2 hours about stuff that I'm kind of interested in. So, yeah. Dude, I'm out. I could sit here in silence for the next, like, 10 minutes, 8 minutes that I'm going to be driving. Like, I could sit in absolute silence, to be honest with you. I'm out. My throat is, like, dried up. I'm out of things to say. Like, it's over, dude. The PEGCAST is freaking over. At least I'm not turning it off halfway through. I've never been so just exhausted during a PEGCAST. Can I merge behind this guy? I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh. Dude, I just saw the funniest clip of Amsa, the red Yoshi player, in Melee, where... Wait, what even happened in it? No, I remember it was so funny. Oh, he was pretending like he had a kid. He was imagining if he had a kid. And he was like... His kid was like, Dad, I want to see the aurora. Can you take me with you to Canada? And he's like, no, do your homework first. And then he's like, but Dad, I want to see it. And he's like, no, I'll take you as long as you beat Jump King. Have you beaten Jump King yet? And then he's like, and you haven't played Pogo Stuck yet. If you beat Jump King and Pogo Stuck, then I'll let you go. That seems fair, right? It just killed me. I probably just ruined that joke for anybody that sees that clip. They won't think it's funny anymore. But it just murdered me. It was such a funny clip. His delivery was so funny. I want to watch it again right now, but I'm driving. But I'm off the highway, officially. I think. Technically, I don't know if the exit counts as a highway. I don't know. But what I do know is that the light just turned green and I'm about to exit my exit and get on to the road. Oh, and I hit the red light just as it become red. Why do they do this to me? Penguins, why do they do this to me? Penguins, can you believe that I used to have a miles per gallon when my mom first gave me this car? Which, I still don't really understand how I got this car. Why did my mom need a new car? I don't understand. But when my mom gave me this car, the miles per gallon was 52. It's 52.0. 51.9. Dude, I'm clawing my way back up. I'm at 46.3. I don't know how I'm supposed to get my average miles per gallon that high. I don't think I can. I don't think it's possible anymore. I think the car is just different from how it used to be. It's like if you had a bagel and you were like, I love this bagel. It's going to taste so good. And then you wait 2 weeks. When you eat it, it's not going to be as good as when you wanted it the first time, And that's the same as my car's MPG on average. My average MPG in my car. It's just not as good as it used to be. Like a bagel that you left out for 2 weeks. Dude, I want a bagel so bad. Oh my god. The things I would do for a bagel right now. Make one. I would make one. I wouldn't go buy one. I don't have the energy. So actually there aren't that many things I would do for a bagel. I want to eat though, so. As I was trying to decide what to name this episode, I'm gonna call it Hungrypeg, unless there's already a Hungrypeg episode. I was thinking about, yeah, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, dude. I'm so hungry. Okay. I'm basically here, so I'm just gonna wrap this up, guys. Actually, I always get stuck at the next light, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I'm through that light to start wrapping it up. Guys, I'm so hungry. I was thinking about all the food places that are right here. Why did that guy just drive so fast and loud? Oh my goodness. I was thinking about all the food places that are here, because there's a Taco Bell and a Chipotle. Dude, Chipotle sounds so good right now. But you know what also sounds so good right now? Taco Bell and also everything else. I'm so hungry. Everything sounds so delectable. I'm almost there. Don't let me get stuck at this light. I beg. Oh my goodness. Am I going to make it through this light without having to wait for like the first time ever? Is it going to happen? Oh! Let's go! Anyways, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my little adventure. Thank you so much. I just got to turn right here and then, or I have to turn left right here. And then I have to drive like half a block and then turn right into the parking lot and then park. Oh, a pedestrian. Go! Go! Oh, pedestrian. They made me wait. That rascal pedestrian. Don't they know that the road is for the cars? Don't they know that the road is for the cars? I'm so excited. I'm thinking about eating curry. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for having fun with me. That's going to be the end of this episode. So, if you'd please, it's not a requirement, but I thought I would ask it of you. Like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. And yes, goodbye. Oh, I'm so excited.